Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is not usually my forte. But when Pastor Terry asked me, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And I got thinking about it, and I'm like, well, maybe someone needs to hear what I have to say today. So here I am. So my life as walking in faith. When I started out, I didn't grow up in a Christian home. My mother, I don't know, she might have taken me to Sunday school once or twice, but not that I remember. So I was always hanging around with the wrong crowd and alcohol and stuff like that. So started hanging around with a couple of people that went to church, and one day they invited me to youth group. So I'm going there having some fun. And then they invited me to the youth convention. I had no clue what a youth convention was. But the one thing they told me was, I can go meet girls there. A 17-year-old boy going to meet girls. I was all in. I went. And little did I know I was going to meet someone, but it wasn't a girl. I went there, we had an altar call on, I think it was May 16th. My sister was actually here in Nova Scotia in Bridgewater getting married that same weekend. So I went there and they had an altar call. I felt the prompting that I should go and go down to the altar, and I went down there, and so I prayed the prayer, and I felt the presence of God come on me at that time. And from that day on, my life completely changed.
Wow.
Little did I know that God was preparing me to meet Anita. I met her in 1999. So if it wasn't for that, get back on track. I got more to say. Okay, where was I? Okay. Yes, the venue was in Kamloops, BC. So there's probably, I say, 1,000 more youth there at that time. So it was a big thing for me to get up and go down to the altar call. Let's see here. Okay, it hasn't always been easy being a Christian. I had a bunch of friends when I was drinking and stuff. Of course, I would buy alcohol for them. Why not hang around with me? But when I became a Christian, they noticed I changed, and I stopped going to parties, and I stopped buying alcohol. I soon found out who my real friends were. They were the church friends that I hung around with. So they helped me in my walk. It hasn't always been easy. It hasn't always been, what do you say, reading the Bible and praying and that kind of stuff. So my life up until the last few years, I was walking the walk and going to church. I wasn't really trying to get close to God. But then I finally started to read the Bible, and God really started working in my life. He put me in this position at the time for us when we lost a pastor, to have me in a leadership role, to be able to do the technology and basically help lead the church with the board that we had. If it wasn't for God and me being in the Word every day, I never would have done it, and I'd never be up here today speaking if it wasn't for Him giving me boldness and faith to come up and just share my testimony. Probably it for the testimony and walk of faith part. Pastor Terry also wanted me to leave a little bit of a father, but growing up, I didn't have my biological father in my life. My wife and him, my mother and him split back when I was a baby, so I didn't really know him. So we moved up to BC, and he was here in Nova Scotia. But at age 15, I knew he wasn't doing well, so my mother flew me back across Canada for me to come see him. He held on long enough for me to arrive to see me one last time, and for him to know that I was gonna be all right. He passed away that weekend that I was here. So that was God giving him the ability to stay alive to see me one last time. But I did have a father figure. My mother got with a man and he took myself and my 3 sisters in. So that was a big step for him to take on a family of young kids. So he was a father figure for me growing up. And then when I moved here, of course, Gordy, he's been like a father to me too. He's been a good guide and how I should be as a Christian man and as a Christian father. And then you have the Heavenly Father. He's been with me along the way. He's prepared the way for me to be able to come here and stand in front of you today and give my testimony of faith. That's all I have to say. Thank you, everyone.